My feelings guide me to be wild and free. Wear normal clothing, they say. Wear shoes, they say. Go and get a job, they say. Be normal, they say. Be like us and think like us, they say. Eat like us. Keep your mouth shut, they say. Fit in, they say. Show no emotions, they say. Don't get angry, they say. Don't cry, they say. Keep your kids in the box, they say. Put them in school, they say. Listen to us, they say. Don't be yourself. That's what they are asking from me. Well, I shall never be tamed. I will never fit in. I am happy, wild and free. And I dare you to take a walk with me in the woods, barefooted. Dance and sing with me. Let loose of control. Just be you. Let your inner child play. Be wild and free. Be wild. Be free. Be true. Be you. Hey, I'm Willowtree. Welcome to my channel. I wanted to talk a little bit about wild and free. And where can you talk about being wild and free better than in the forest, in nature? That's the definition of wild and free. And I'm just gonna share my thoughts on what for me is wild and free. And why is being wild and free such an important thing for me? It's a longing that I have since I was a little girl. Just being wild and free. part of being wild and free is just being me, without expectations of other people, like parents, teachers, friends, society. Just being me, without the judgment of others, without the expectations of what we are supposed to be in the eyes of others. Because I never did fit in. And I never want to fit in, because when you don't feel like fitting in, it's because you are here to create something new. It's not upon you to change and be like the box where society wants to put us in, or social media wants to put us in. Being wild and free is being brave enough to be different. Perfect. A fairy house for a fairy. For an elf. I want to openly speak about my feelings of being wild and free, because it goes deeper than just wanting to have freedom. Being free. Sometimes I say things like, I feel like I'm an alien, or I feel a lot of resonation with being an elf, a tree nymph, something connected with nature, like a spirit, or like a childlike spirit, like a fairy. And I don't know if those things are true. I'm not saying like I'm an elf. I actually do, but I don't know if that is true. But what I know is true is that since I was a little kid, I don't feel like I fit in this strange world. And the longing for freedom is not to get out of here and be free in another world. In the beginning, I thought that was the case. But the connection that I feel with this earthly nature is very big. So I know I belong with the spirits of nature, in nature. Like we are all a part of it. We all are nature at the end. But I'm not someone that could live in a city or a village, somewhere crowded, at the beach. There can be beautiful places like that, but I don't belong there. For me, being wild and free is being in nature and walking around naked in nature, swimming naked, like being just me and my package that I get. And yes, I do feel like an elf, that maybe a changeling, that is put here from a space, a place that was different than this one, and you can be a starseed or something else and feel that feeling and know that you're actually here with a purpose. And being wild and free for me is actually being on the right path of that I am supposed to create here. And we choose what we want to create ourselves. The things that we want to do here are purposes, things that we want to create here. It's a choice that we choose with our heart. Like, I feel such a strong connection to nature that I want to be a part of rebuilding and protecting nature and bringing people back to their inner child, like fairies can. Fairies play and love playing like children. And I love bringing humans back to their inner child, at first to heal the childhood wounds, and then to open up and bloom and let their inner child be wild and free, because that's a part of being wild and free. That's the closest that you are to your true, authentic self, without being shaped by parents, society, teachers, friends, social media, that's the true you. The moment when you're a child and you actually don't care what people think about, what you do or want to become or want to be. The moment when you're as a child, dress like you want to dress and don't care what people think. That you eat what you want to eat, explore and play and don't care what people think. The moment when you're a child and you just talk to people without the fear of what would he think about me? What should I say? The moment when you're a child and you still believe in magic, in fairy tales, in aliens, in mermaids, in fairies. Like hell yeah, in witches, in magic. Yes, that's the closest to who you actually really are. The moment when you're a child and you still can play and laugh and climb in a tree, swim in a pool, and don't care about rules that are ridiculous. When you're actually still wild and free. When you're a child, you're carefree. Like I know very well that is not always the case. Like my childhood was not carefree. I have beautiful, amazing moments, memories of my childhood, but it wasn't carefree always. But the thing that was the best of my childhood is the parts where I was wild and free. And actually, mosquitoes are following me. Where I was wild and free and no one was afraid of it. That's what being wild and free actually is for me. And when I became an adult, being wild and free, it's like it's stripped away step by step. Like every time you get older, there are more responsibilities, more have-tos, more you can't do, and more do this and do that. And it's like the part of being wild and free and just being you is like impossible. There is no space for it anymore. And that's why I feel like I don't fit in and don't get to fit in and don't want to fit in. Because I don't want to let... they're biting me. Okay, further on my walk. Come with me. The older I did get, the more I started rejecting being here, being alive, being in a physical body, getting older. When I was in the last year of school, like when you go to high school, before that, I had a friend much younger than me, and she was my best friend because she was the only one that still would play with me and don't care what other people would think about it. She was the one where I could cry and laugh and play, even though I was 12 years old. Nowadays, kids that are 12 years old already wear bras and short skirts, and no shame on that, but I know it's actually not natural. And I was interested in that. I just wanted to be wild and free. And when I was much younger, when I just started in school, I needed to learn math and all those hard things. I actually just wanted to be wild and free and play outside. I didn't fit in a classroom. Trapped. I felt so trapped. I felt so lost. Oh my god, all my life and now I'm an adult, and it's like Now that I teach people how to be wild and free and go back into their inner child and play again, like now it's starting to get normal again because I'm teaching them something they have lost. But they should not supposed to be lost. We as humans have a big brain. That brain needs to be fed. And the best way to feed our brain is by playing, by being wild and free. I feel like stopping with talking right now. I've been talking so much. I love talking. I would chit chat all night if I could, but I know not everyone likes that. If you're still here, hallelujah. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you being here. It's probably because in a way you feel a connection with it. In a way you feel like you want to be wild and free again. In a way it will resonate with you. I'm so grateful that you are here, because the reason why I share this video is because don't be scared to be wild and free, because that's what you are supposed to be. Thank you for watching.